So it's currently raining and hailing outside. I don't know how the hell this is gonna sound. But basically, we haven't put seam sealer at the top of the skins yet, nor is the rain guard on. So it's basically an open flap for water right now. And I wasn't taking it very seriously, but now I'm realizing that's gonna be the next priority on the list, because it's gonna start snowing soon.
Yep.
Wow.
I mean, it very rarely rains. So
barely ever, and it's storming like a monsoon right now. But this is eye-opening, because this is very, very scary. There's way too much water indexing on our window frames and stuff.
It's a good time for us to catch it, though, honestly. The insulation's not in yet. We have all of the space to still fix these problems.
I knew this would be a problem until we get the rain gutter on, but I hadn't prioritized it.
We still haven't even fixed some of the holes that we made while putting the skins in.
Yeah.
We still have 2 holes, or just open holes.
Yeah.
It just hasn't been a priority because there has been no precipitation all summer.
Well, that's next. After some of this wiring that's going on before it gets snowing, because this is horrible. It's actually very upsetting being in here right now. It's that much water.
It's totally fixable, though.
True.
We knew about this. We knew about it. We just haven't done anything about it yet. That's it.
It's so upsetting.
To see it.
I mean, look at this. Look. Look. It's just pouring in. Let's see if I can get my light out. It's coming in at the top of the skin and just leaking in and then pulling on top of the frame and going around to the bottom. Yeah.
It's okay.
I just want it to stop now. Now that I know, it's like, okay, stop.
Well, we're gonna go around with a permanent marker and mark all of the spots so that when it dries out, we can fix them.
Yeah.
We need this to happen, okay? This is actually good.
Again, this makes it seem like our skin job is bad. This is gonna happen until
The seam sealer gets on.
Yeah, the seam sealer and the rain guard has to go on.
Which we were always gonna do. We just haven't done it yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because all of the other things were more fun. We should have done that probably before we even started the windows. But
yeah, or at least right after the windows.
Windows were more fun, you know. So, well, we basically did just finish the windows.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna order the seam sealer, and next weekend we're putting the rain guards back on.
Yep. Sounds good. It's gonna look so good with the rain guards on too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when we take it out and drive it next weekend to confirm all my wiring stuff that I did, then...
Are we not going to do that this weekend? I thought we were doing that this weekend.
We'll try to crank it, but we may not drive it down the road. We might as well wait, and then we can also not only go get a weight on it, but then we can take it to spray it all down and like actually see if everything's sealed up well.
Yeah, if we were successful or if there were places that we missed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but this was good. This is like a free time to do that because we would have to pay to spray it down otherwise. So.
Yeah, this is
free sealed check.
This is a lot of water.
Yeah, it's a lot of water.
All right. Well, I guess let's just relax for a bit because I don't even want to work when it's bad outside.
I'm gonna cook breakfast.
Okay.
And I don't know what you're gonna do, but I'm gonna need all the space in the van to cook breakfast.
I guess I'll work on the wiring, but you're probably going to take Lizzie with you because she's...
I can take both of them.
I mean, coffee looks fine.
Right, he looks good.
You good, buddy?
Sweet baby girl. You want to go back inside the van? Where the bed's comfortable?
No, it's raining. Rain. Alright, so anyway, I can't catch a break. Every time I seem to get started on anything, it starts pouring down rain again. It's ridiculous. 50 degrees out here and raining only on today and tomorrow. Entire week, totally fine. 70 degrees. Clearly, I wasn't meant to work a lot this weekend, but I've been tracing the wires, I've been writing it all down, figuring out what circuits we're going to keep, what I'm going to pull out, Double checking all the lights. I actually hooked the van up to start charging the bus batteries. We clearly have some sort of leakage somewhere. We've been draining the bus batteries. They will not hold a charge. I don't think they're bad. I think there's just some sort of like short somewhere. Anyway, confirmed all the lights. They're still working. I was trying to double check, make sure we had hazard lights. So I was super confident that buses had normal functioning hazard lights, not the ones that the 8-way emergency government lights for stopping and stuff like that for letting off school kids, but like normal functioning hazard lights. Sure enough, after like 2 videos, I finally found it. You got to see where this is. It's absolutely ridiculous. Let's see. So this is our blinker right here, right? But look at this, right there. That little bitty guy, just totally hiding away over there. I've never once seen that. So we do have normal hazard lights. That's perfect. Legally speaking, we're supposed to have that. I thought I was gonna have to make the other hazard system function for us like that, but I don't. This is what I have so far written down. Marking down the back tail lights and their wire numbers. Alright. All of the rear speakers only came to this single plug. It's fantastic. So, all this cable, done. It is super dark right now. I'm having to jack the ISO up, and it looks like rain is about a mile that way right now. So I'm probably going to be stopping for the night. That's okay, because I'm going to pick it up tomorrow, and I'm going to be going through and trying to pull all the ignition stuff. I want to crank it before this weekend is up to make sure we're good there. And I think me and Paige are going to sit down and kind of explain what the next coming weeks are going to look like since we're going into winter. What the projects are looking like. So, yeah. Well, I'm going to go ahead and go to bed. See you guys in the morning. Alright. So, found a video last night that says that this relay here, which, if you look at our board here, is the starter door interlock relay. Saw a guy who had a 2006 model bus said that he just bypassed this relay, and that fixed all the emergency door issues. So I was going to track all the cables back, but honestly, this is what I was going for, is just to get rid of this relay. So I'm going to pull this relay and jumper the 2 pins, and we're going to see if I can start the bus up. So, yeah, I'm going to try to do that real quick. Then we're going to pinch this. Just like that. So hopefully that will work. So I'm assuming that the battery's probably dead again. Yeah, I just turned the key, it did absolutely nothing. Alright, you want to do the honors of...
Trying to crank it?
Yeah. So remember, when you turn it to the on position, we have to wait till it says you're allowed to start it. And it's going to beep at us, but that's going to be normal. So yeah, just turn it, and now we have to wait. It's probably the glow plugs are heating up. Alright. Crank it.
Do I put my foot on the brake?
Nope.
No?
Just crank it. Go for it.
Oh!
It freaking cranked!
It cranked! Holy crap!
I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect it to crank. Alright, so I'm gonna hand you the camera so I can go check on everything. Okay. I'm a little freaked out. Here.
Okay, should I follow you?
Yeah, you come with me. While we're doing a visual check, we're going to let this keep charging because these batteries were totally dead. So now we have both alternators charging those batteries. Dude, this thing is awesome. It's a monster. Alright. I think everything's fine here. The goal is we're going to let the air build up, but then we also need to check, make sure there's no leaks, because we did the bypass a few weeks ago that we didn't get on a video, and we closed off those valves. So I just want to make double sure we don't take off down the road and it starts dumping fluid everywhere. Pre-trip check. Feels good. That ought to hold. You can hear something under there. Our air is building. We're at like 50 psi, so we're gonna go and put it on fast idle. Alright. Looking good. Hey! Hey! No alarms! That's a good sign! So I'm genuinely curious, and we'll try this when we get back, if I was to pull that jumper wire for the window interlocks, will it start freaking out? Because right now that button in the back isn't on for the back window, so... Yeah, so this is almost built pressure. I'm gonna go ahead and hook the alternator. Or the van's alternator.
Yay! I love those.
They're pretty strong.
I love those doors so much. Yeah, I gotta make sure the kids aren't gonna like fall out of them or something.
Alright, I'm gonna keep the water like right here between your feet.
Oh my gosh.
Alright.
Oh boy.
We don't have the tag on yet, but we have insurance.
We're not going too far though, right?
No. I mean, we don't have seatbelts, so we're just going down the road. We're not getting on the highway.
Okay.
It's just good to get it up to temperature every once in a while, so... My seat doesn't seem to have... Oh, yeah. I miss this seat.
This seat's nice. I don't like it nearly as much whenever it's so low. I need to put the seat cover on it before we start putting stuff on it again.
Alright, lights on. We're in drive. floor it. Go, 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 go!
In a lot of ways, this feels like driving like a tractor.
Yeah.
Maybe because the steering wheel is so big, or maybe just because like it's got that slow. I don't know. Like even though my foot's bouncing up and down on the pedal right now, like it's going pretty steady speed. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it's. Goodness, look at that hole she dug. Big old hole. Oh my gosh, look at this ring. Over there!
So, we want to do a little quick powwow, so that way we kind of like set the pace for the next few weeks. The days are getting a lot shorter, it's getting a lot colder, and I'm becoming slower because of those. So, before I was trying to hurry and hopefully get the installation done ourselves, which would have been next weekend. We are so far from being ready for that. I've accepted the fact that we're going to have to wait, who knows, probably a month before we actually get to the spray foam. We're coming up on some of the most critical projects that you can't go back on. And one thing that I really messed up on with the van was I didn't take the time needed to run or pre-run all of our rough-in wiring before we did our spray foam installation. So we can't afford to mess that up on this one, so we're going to be taking our time. So moving forward, we have
also like we gotta go back and do some stuff that we should have done before. We apply the seam sealer, so we had a lot of leaks. I think we showed some of that.
Yeah. So it raining this weekend, like Paige said, it brought up the fact I was going to be holding off on the rain gutters for quite some time, because again, I just wanted to get the insulation done, right? I wanted to get the insulation so that way it was warm, and then I would focus on that later. That clearly can't happen. We are leaking way too much. Like, not enough to really ruin anything in here, unless we just let it go for an absurd amount of time. So we're probably going to tackle that next weekend, just in case it rains again. So I'm going to be stopping wherever I'm at with this electrical. We have successfully bypassed the emergency doors, so we can actually crank and run the bus, which was the second big worry. Now the next step into the electrical process after that is we have all of our AC lines in. We have 300 feet worth of AC lines. We have a ton of 10 gauge DC wire coming in, 6 gauge DC wire coming in. All of that has to be pre-ran inside the bus before we do spray installation. So that itself will take at least 2 weekends. So we're already looking at 3 weekends from now before we can even think about spray foam. Having a professional do it, we could probably touch base on that a little bit if we wanted to now.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I got just the tiniest clip of you talking about it.
Yeah.
And him coming over.
Yeah.
But yeah. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, we can talk about it a little bit. So they quoted us for 1.5 inches for the walls and the ceiling. However, they're not willing to spray down into the cavities at all, which is a good 16 inches inside the wall. 1.5 inches is only like 50% of the depth on the majority of the wall, and is missing out on about 25% coverage on the ceiling. So I did reach back out to ask for 2 inches on the entire ceiling, which would put us right past the hat channels, and 3 inches on the walls. And I realize it's going to be a lot, like a whole weekend of like grinding that away, but I'd rather do that and get the, I guess, the R value, or the max amount of R value that we possibly can, because we only want to do this once, and the more insulation you have is free energy. Is the best way to look at that. So if they can't give me a quote back in the coming weeks, we're just going to order enough kits to do it ourselves, which I priced out, and that'll be roughly $2,500. We're willing to spend that, but if they're willing to spray it and we can prep it, especially now that we know the bus is running, I'm fine with letting them do that.
Yeah. It would save us a little bit of time. We wouldn't have to spend a weekend doing it. In theory, hopefully we could drop it off during the week, and they could do it, and then we could have it again
And pick it, yeah.
by the weekend. You know?
Yeah, pick it up on like a Friday or something.
It could save us some time, in theory. Yeah.
So,
if they can work with us.
so that was pretty much, that's the coming month. The next 4 videos of expectations. Past that, that's when it's gonna get really exciting. We're talking about floors, walls, and electrical.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be a grueling, just ton of man hours and double and triple checking our work for all the electrical. Again, it's just something you can't redo once it's in. And with this bus compared to a lot of other buses, we're running a ton of circuits. So, because this is our house, and it's a little bit more complicated. So
should probably do a whole deep video on that whenever it comes around.
Yeah.
It's gonna be complicated.
Yeah, probably once these are more like home video style, obviously. This is for us to look back on,
Yeah.
And family members. But when the Victron system is installed, I will do a whole walkthrough on that. Because it's a little out of the norm. It's a little bit of a beefier setup, just because we expect to utilize this vehicle, really far into the future. So, and we want all the options. So, like driving?
Yeah, it's incredibly, it's deafeningly loud. And it wasn't even that loud whenever it was just the seats was in here and everything. Without the ceiling makes a huge difference. More than you would think.
Yeah.
It was so quiet whenever we were driving it around in Seattle, the test drive and everything like that, so quiet. Today, with the ceiling down and all this junk in here rattling around, it was so loud I could die. But, it was like that whenever we had the van, and the insulation made a huge difference there too.
Yeah.
So I bet there's going to be a huge difference.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
This ceiling was advertised as noise dampening, for kids and stuff, which...
I think they said it was an acoustic
ceiling. Makes sense. It was it wasn't really an insulation, it was just a fiberglass material that clearly was meant for sound. And...
I wonder how it will have an effect on playing music in the bus. Do you think it will have an effect?
I'm hoping it just doesn't give you this...
Like reverb or something?
Yeah. It sounds very...
echoey.
Also the windows. The windows are shaking a lot. Because they're clamped to the skins. And the skins are only riveted, a few inches on top and bottom of that. So until there's spray foam helping lock that in to take out micro vibrations, and then you have the wall put in, so that way the wall is cinched really tight up against the frame, which holds the skin tight, they're going to shake pretty bad.
We also need to replace all the weather stripping in all the windows.
Yeah.
Because it's just really cheap foam weather stripping.
And the emergency exit door. It was actually shaking at the top.
The emergency exit doors leak water like crazy.
Yeah. So, new weather stripping for those. A lot of that water index will be fixed once we get the rain guard back on. But yeah, it all needs new weather stripping. So,
honestly, since that's going to be in the bathroom, I'm not terribly worried about it. It'd
just be
but
nice.
We just would need to have some kind of nice drain system at the bottom of the door, probably.
Yeah.
That's all.
So yeah, I guess we're gonna get back to work. We just kind of wanted to have this little, you know, again, powwow for our future selves to kind of, so we remember why we slowed down. Like, again, it's cold, work is exhausting right now, we have other stuff going on, so, but, yeah. Within a month, hopefully. Hopefully within a month.
Yeah.
So.
We're just getting too ambitious. We were skipping steps.
Yeah. These are the steps you can't skip, right? You can't rush these.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we're taking a step back.
We haven't been working on it for very long, if you think about it.
It's been 4 months.
Since we, like, really... Since, like, the first day that you took out the windows, or the first windows or something like that, yeah.
22 days is what I counted out, actually. We counted
like,
that.
actual working days.
22 actual working days we've had since we've owned the bus, from the first video I created a few weeks ago. So now it's been 28. This will be the 28th day. So less than a month of working on the bus, and this is how far we've gotten.
Yeah.
Just really good.
Not bad.
Everything up to installation is the hardest part and takes the most time. So
Yeah, it's going to start going really, really fast after that.
yes.
It's going to be very exciting. Very exciting.
So.
And then I'm sure we'll have trouble with different things, and we'll have to, like, go back, fix other things.
Probably.
We struggled with our electrical system for a while in the van at the beginning. Troubleshooting different things, and we finally got it all figured out.
Yeah.
It'll be the same way here, I'm sure.
Yeah. But once that system is set up, then we're
We'll
golden, truly. So.
Oh.
Alright. I guess back to work.